Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube station, and we're going to bring you some 1977 retro replay season. As we're playing our retro replay, we're playing as the Boston Red Sox and New York Mets. First game we have tonight will be the Los Angeles Dodgers at 20 wins, 11 losses, visiting Shea Stadium, the New York Metropolitans, who are at 500, 15 and 15. Retro time is May 14th, 1977. 69 degrees out. Clear skies, wind 23 miles per hour, right to left. For the Los Angeles Dodgers, Davey Lopes leading off playing second base, Bill Russell batting second playing shortstop, Reggie Smith playing right field batting third, the Penguin Ron Cey batting fourth playing third base, batting fifth at first base Steve Garvey, batting sixth in center field Rick Monday, batting seventh in left field Dusty Baker, batting eighth doing the catching Steve Yeager, and on the mound for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Doug Rauch. He had a record of 14 wins, 8 losses in 1977. In the retro replay so far, he's 3-2, 2.51 earned run average, and he's batting ninth. For the New York Mets, who are at 15 and 15, Lenny Randle leading it off, playing third base. Batting second in right field, Bruce Beauclair. Batting third in left field, Ed Kranepool. Batting fourth, doing the catching, John Stern. Batting fifth at first base, John Milner. Batting sixth, the switch-hitting center fielder, Lee Mazzilli. Batting seventh at second base, Felix Millan. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Bud Harrelson. Batting ninth, on the mound, doing the pitching, John Matlack. Matlack, in 1977, in actuality, 7 wins, 15 losses, 4.21 earned run average. In the retro replay so far, 2 wins, 3 losses, 3.31 earned run average. He's a left-handed tosser, and he'll be facing Davey Lopes. Lopes batting .296, 5 home runs, 15 runs driven in. And the retro replay is a 6-game hitting streak. In reality for the year, .283, 11 homers, 53 runs batted in. And this will be our first game that we're actually using Action PC Baseball 2018. There's some cool, I played an exhibition game. There's some decent changes. It's a little, the fielding moves a little smoother, you'll see, and I'll point out some things here and there. But let's enjoy the game. So Davey Lopes steps to the plate, excellent bunter, 9 out of 10. Bring the corners in. So in at third is Lenny Randle, in at first, John Milner. John Matlack on the mound. He's going to come aggressive to Lopes. Gets a sign from Stearns. He sets and delivers. Ground ball to Millan. Oh, it gets past him.
Shortstop, Bill Russell.
And we still have the shortstop Bill Russell thing on. Let's get rid of that. Video sounds. We don't want any narrator. So Bill Russell comes to the plate. Russell batting .254, 1 home run, 14 runs driven in. .278 in actuality, 4 home runs, 51 runs driven in. Milner holding Lopes on at first. Matlack looks to first, now in at Stearns. He gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Russell. And that's down the corner. Lopes, there's going to be waved around third base. Kranepool will play it back into the cutoff man. 1-0 Dodgers past the lunge of Lenny Randle down the third base line. So back-to-back hits to start off the Dodgers leads to a run. As Glenn Perot has joined us in the chat. How are you, my friend? He said, let's go Mets. I'm managing the Mets, so let's go Mets. Here comes Reggie Smith. Smith batting .361 so far in this retro replay for the Dodgers. 9 home runs, 25 runs driven in, 307 in actuality, 32 home runs, 87 runs driven in. On deck is the Penguin Ron Cey. Matlack looks in, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Smith. And he strikes him out on the 0-2 count. Big swing and a miss on the fastball. Good movement there by Matlack on the fastball. So 1 out, Russell at second. Here comes the Penguin Ron Cey. Cey, .218, 7 home runs, 20 runs driven in the retro replay. Actuality, .241, 30 home runs, 110 runs driven in. 1-0, 1 out, top of the first here at Shea Stadium. Matlack toes the rubber. Peers in at Stearns. He delivers to Cey. Fly ball left field and out of play. Kranepool gave chase. It's a souvenir for a fan. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Man at second. Cey digs in the batter's box. The windup and the pitch. It's a pop-up towards third. Now Harrelson's calling for it, and he makes the catch at short. So 2 down. Russell will be off on contact. Glenn Perot in the chat says, my favorite Mets pitcher, Jon Matlack. I'm assuming he means Jon Matlack. They had some good pitching. They blew it up way too soon. They traded Seaver, Koosman. Well, Koosman was a little later. But Matlack would be gone a year from now, I think, to Texas. Seaver would be traded a little later in the year. So here comes Steve Garvey. Dodger first baseman, .246, 6 home runs, 16 runs driven in. Retro replay in actuality, .297, 33 round trippers, 115 runs driven in. 2 outs, Russell at second. Here's the pitch to Garvey. Ground ball up the middle, Mazzilli charges it. Russell scores from second, 2-0 Dodgers. So Matlack running into a little bit of a pickle here in the first. He's given up 2 runs on 3 hits. So Garvey's on at first, 6 out of 10 base running ability. John Miller to hold him on. Here comes Rick Blue Monday. And if you're a Montreal Expos fan, you'll know why he's called Rick Blue Monday. Monday batting .238, 7 home runs, 17 runs driven in. Actuality .230, 15 round trippers, 48 runs driven in. Garvey will be off on contact. Matlack looks to first. Now in at Stearns. Here's the pitch to Monday. Slow grounder to Milner. He takes it to the bag himself. Side retired. But the Dodgers get 2 in the top of the first. They lead 2-0. We go to the bottom of the first. Due up for the Metropolitans, Lenny Randle, Bruce Beauclair, and Ed Kranepool. So Lenny Randle comes up, 9 out of 10 bunter. Dodgers corners are in. Cey in at third, Garvey in at first. So Doug Rauch is on the mound. 14-8 in actuality, 3-2 in the retro replay with a 2.51. Behind the plate, excellent catcher Steve Yeager, 7 out of 10 catching ability, 9 out of 10 arm. Ron Cey, excellent range at third, 7 out of 10. Russell, 7 out of 10 at short. Lopes, 9 out of 10 at second. And Garvey, 10 out of 10. Outstanding defensive infield. Dusty Baker, 3 out of 10 range in left with a poor arm. I'm sorry, 7 out of 10 range with 3 out of 10 arm. Rick Monday not very good in center. 3 out of 10 range, 3 out of 10 arm. Reggie Smith, not much range, below average, but it's still a really good arm. 7 out of 10. So here comes Lenny Randle, batting .327. No homers, 2 runs driven in. In actuality, he would bat .304 with 5 home runs, 27 runs driven in. Here's the pitch to Randle. And it's a slow dribbler up the middle. Lopes dives, gets up, throws to Garvey. 1 away. What a play by Davey Lopes. Web gem. In the chat we have Clinton Parks. How are you doing, my friend? Here comes Bruce Beauclair. Beauclair's off to a hot start. .367, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. In actuality, .293, 4 homers, 44 runs batted in. Left-handed batter. Bats .309 off right-handed pitching. Yeager sets the target. Here's the pitch by Rao. Beauclair swings, and he goes the other way for a single. Tying run comes to the plate now in Ed Kranepool, batting .277, no home runs, 8 RBIs. In actuality, .281, 10 home runs, 40 RBIs. Left-handed batter, he batted .291 off right-handed pitching. Beauclair, 6 out of 10 base running ability. Garvey holding him on. Kranepool, 7 out of 10 hit and run. We're going to play some hit and run here. Here's the pitch, hit and run's on. And that ball's fly deep and foul down the left field line. The count's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. We will not hit and run. Beauclair's at first, 1 out. Rao looks to first. Now in at Yeager. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Kranepool. It's a wild pitch. Beauclair gets the second. He's in scoring position now with 1 out. Counts 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kranepool's ready to grip and rip. He awaits the Rao offering. Here it is. Kranepool lines a shot to left center. Beauclair only has a 58% chance of being safe at home. We shall hold him. Throw goes to third. The Mets fans are looking to rally their beloved Metropolitans here at Shea Stadium. Here comes John Stern, the Mets catcher. Stern's batting .266, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. In reality, .251, 12 home runs, 55 runs driven in. .278 off right-handed pitching. Beauclair at third, Kranepool at first, Stearns at the plate. Rao on the mound, he delivers. Stearns swings, line shot to center, and Monday makes the catch, fires back towards first from the outfield, but Kranepool gets back in plenty of time. My God, if Stearns hit it anywhere to the left or to the right of Monday, probably he's going to get down and go to the wall, but he hit it right at Rick Monday. So 2 outs, and it'll be up to John Milner. Milner playing first base for the Metropolitans. .225, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. In actuality, .255, 12 round trippers, 57 runs driven in. He batted .263 off right-handed pitching. 2-0 Dodgers, 2 outs, 2 on. The windup and the pitch by Rao. Milner swings, sends that ball to right field. Reggie Smith is there, makes the catch, side retired. The Mets threaten but do not score. Go to the top of the second, 2-0 Dodgers. Due up for the Dodgers, Baker, Yeager, and the pitcher Rao. Dusty Baker batting. .224, 6 home runs, 12 RBIs. We have Tribes Fan in the chat. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. Tribes Fan unfortunately informed me that Bob Bailey passed away. Bob Bailey, a former Major League Baseball player who we like to pick on a little bit, but God rest his soul, as he played for the Red Sox in '78. It was not good. So, he passed away on Monday, Tribes Fan told me. And he's on the baseball team in the sky in heaven now, having his good years. So here's Baker. Actuality batted .291, 30 RBIs, 86 runs batted in. Matlack's ready to work. He delivers to Baker. Fly ball to Kranepool and left. He goes back, makes the catch. One away. Here comes Steve Yeager, the number 8 batter. The catcher batting .253 in this retro replay. 3 home runs, 17 runs batted in. In actuality, .256, 16 homers, 55 runs batted in. D. Scott Howard in the chat. How are you, my friend? He says, "Go blue." Hello, everyone. Righty-lefty matchup here. Stern sets the target. Here's the pitch to Yeager. Popped up towards third base and short. Randall calls off Harrelson, makes the catch, 2 down. Here comes the pitcher, Doug Rauch. 133 on the retro replay. In actuality, 141 with 2 RBIs. Lefty-lefty matchup. Matlack works quickly. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Randall. He charges it quickly, gets it out of his glove to Milner. Out number 3. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-0. And I'll just show you something. Here's a new aspect of Action PC 18, which is kind of cool. I'm going to hit the replay button. Watch. And, that's not the right one. Hide. I'm going to hit the video replay button. And so, there's the ground ball, Randall. And you can see the catcher, John Stearns, is going to back up first base. That's a new animation aspect that they've brought to the game with a little more realistic movement. And the video replay is pretty cool. They have put that in the football game, so now they have it in the baseball game. I like to see it in the hockey game also. So they've added a few things, and when I see certain things, I'll point them out. This is the 2018 version I just picked up. So Lee Mazzilli to lead off. Mazzilli only batting .204, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. In actuality, .250, 6 home runs, 46 runs batted in. Rouse ready to work. He delivers to Mazzilli. Mazzilli sends that ball out to shallow right center field. Monday makes the catch, 1 away. Felix Millan, Mets second baseman. He has a 9-game hitting streak. Batting .270 with 8 RBIs. In 1977, he batted .248 for the year, 2 home runs, 21 RBIs. The windup and the pitch to Millan. Rounder to Russell. He backhands it, throws to Garvey for out number 2. D. Scott Howard says, "Attach my wrestler info to the first Hulk Hogan match from Christmas in case you missed it." No, I saw it. I have to make you. I have to make Elin. Ken. And I'm forgetting someone. I don't think Ken has sent it. He might have. I have to check. But I know he wants a wrestler. Because the Cubs, the Bears gave him a wicked cool name. The Masked Journalist or something. I have to give Ken a mask. So. And we just might make your first match, D. Scott Howard, against Hulk Hogan. Grant you're going to be escorted to the ring by 2 other fellow FOC members who will pummel Hulk Hogan with chairs when you throw him out of the ring. So it's going to be looking good for you, I think. So 2 outs, no one on. Here comes Bud Harrelson. Mets shortstop batting .208 with 8 RBIs. In actuality, 178, 1 home run, 12 RBIs. 6 out of 10 bunter. On deck is John Matlack, the pitcher. Harrelson awaits the Rauch delivery, and here it is. Harrelson swings, and that is going to get down and go to the wall, and Bud Harrelson will have a 2-out triple as he gapped Baker and Monday. Tying run comes to the plate, and John Matlack, left-handed thrower, left-handed batting pitcher. Matlack is 0 for 12 in the retro replay. In actuality, batted below 100, .060. We're going to let him swing away right off the bat. Maybe the blind squirrel will find a nut. Who knows? Here's the pitch to Matlack. And he does not. He strikes out. Harrelson is stranded at third. We go to the top of the third. 2-0 Dodgers. As D. Scott Howard says, to be the best, you got to beat the best. And Tribes fan says, woo! Oh, maybe we'll start you off with Ric Flair. So here comes Davey Lopes. Lopes is 1 for 1. Now, the one item they did take away from 2018 version is you no longer used to hover here and get what he did. I mean, you can go down here, and it says he's 1 for 1, and he scored a run, and he has a hit. So, I mean, I guess you could do it over here, too, which was always here. I just kind of like the hovering thing. The new aspect they did, they got rid of this, or did they? Maybe they didn't. No, that's still here. But to get the box score, you used to hover here. Now, instead, you go to this B, and you go to box score. And it comes up this way, and you can get, like, you can go to, of course, you're not seeing it because I don't have the other window up, I just realized. So, but you go over box score, and it hovers. Anyway, we'll show you that a little later. So Lopes is 1 for 1. He singled and has scored a run. I'm getting that information from down here. In actuality, I just have to get used to looking down here now. I no longer hover my cursor here, so I just have to get used to looking to the left-hand corner. Matlack's ready. He delivers to Lopes. And that's going to... Is he going to try to stretch it out to a double? No. He's 2 for 2. Single down to left. Kenny Price in the chat says, hi guys, Action PC Football. How do I get older and today teams helmets? Thank you. Go to 2nd and 10. You know what, Kenny? I'll put a website up on later. You go to 2nd and 10, and you can all that stuff will work in Action PC Football. Or go to downloads. Go to Retro Replay. Hold on a second. As we're going to take a station identification break. Let me help out Kenny here for a second while it's in my head. You don't get this from every channel, believe me. You get it from some channels, but people stopping their stream to help somebody. But I like doing it. We want to go to Sports Replay Field of Dreams. And then you just go to downloads, and I'm going to put the thing in there, and you just go to Action PC Football and see what they have there. I'll actually do it for you. Riveting YouTube right now, isn't it? And then you just, ooh, what's that? That's something. They have Diamond Mine game? Oh, it's Sports Journal. Diamond Mine Baseball version 10. I didn't see that before. Anyway, this is a really cool link if anyone's not seen it. People probably have. And so, Kenny, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and you just scroll down and you can find some stuff on here, photos, and so on and so forth. And then also there's another one, 2nd and 10. That you have to convert the files. They're PNGs, you have to convert them to JPEGs, which is pretty easy. Copy. Bear with me a moment, people. That's Sports Replays. Check out that link, Kenny. Hello! Stratomatic Delaware, my friend. Alright, let's close this out. And let's close that out. Let's get back to the game here. Alright, so top of the third, Lopes is at first. Here comes Bill Russell. He's 1 for 1. Lopes 9 out of 10 base running ability. I wonder if they changed. Let's check normal, third in, halfway, corners, infield in, guard the line, normal. Okay, they don't have double play depth. So we'll play normal. Why is Milner playing behind? Let's hold Lopes on. Here's the pitch to Russell. Ground ball to Harrelson. He flips to Mian. On to Milner. Double play. Well turned by the Mets infield. They get 2 for the price of 1. And Stratomatic Delaware says, you can call me Betty. How are you, my friend? Remember to check out Stratomatic Delaware with Chris. So 2 outs, no one on. Reggie Smith steps to the plate. Switch hitter, batting right-handed off the left-handed Troy Matlack. He's 0 for 1. Matlack's ready to work. He deals to Smith. Fly ball. Kranepool coming in on it in left. Makes the catch. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Due up for the Metropolitans, top of the order, Randall, Beauclair, and Kranepool. If anyone gets on, the catcher, John Stearns. Randall's 0 for 1. Corners in for the Dodgers. Say in at 3rd. Garvey in at 1st. The windup and the pitch by Rao. And Randall works a walk. Tying run comes to plate, and Bruce Beauclair. He singled his first time up. 9 out of 10 bunter, 4 out of 10 hit and run. On deck is Ed Kranepool. I think we'll play hit and run here, even though it's only 4 out of 10. Yeager sets the target. Here comes the pitch to Beauclair. Hit and runs on. There goes Randall. The swing, the slow dribble to Lopes. He dives and throws to Garvey, robbing Beauclair of a hit. Davey Lopes with his 2nd great play in the infield, robbing a Met once again. As in the chat, Chris from Stratomatic Delaware is saying how much he loves the Paul Simon song, You Can Call Me Al. He loves the video almost as much as the song. So 1 out, Randall's in scoring position. Ed Kranepool comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. Rao peeks behind him. Russell cheats towards the back, trying to keep Randall close. Now Rao gets a sign from Yeager, delivers to Kranepool. Kranepool sends the ball out to center field. Monday moves to his right, makes the catch, 2 down. Randall will tag. Here's the throw, and he's safe. 99% chance of being safe, you gotta take it. So 2 outs, Randall is 90 feet away from the Mets being put on the board, and it's up to the catcher, John Stearns, who's 0 for 1. Yeager goes through the signs. Rao nods his head. Here's the pitch to Stearns. And that is a shot to left center field. Stearns rounds first and holds. 2-1. Mets are on the board thanks to the 2-out single by John Stearns. Garvey to hold Stearns on at first. 6 out of 10 base runner. Here comes John Milner, Mets first baseman. He's 0 for 1. He has 2 home runs on the retro replay, 12 in reality. Rao looks to first, now in at the plate. He sets and delivers to Milner. And that ball gets by Yeager. Stearns advances on the wild pitch. He's in scoring position. Stratomatic Delaware says, come on, Mets! The count's now 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Stearns will be off on contact. Milner digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Lefty-lefty matchup. The windup and the pitch. Slow grounder to Rao. He throws to Garvey. Side retired. Go to the top of the 4th, 2-1 Dodgers. Yeah, let me just go. Righties hit 85 off Matlack. Okay. Say's 0 for 1, so it'll be Say, Garvey, and Monday to face John Matlack. Mets have pulled to within 1. Say's 0 for 1. The windup and the pitch by Matlack. And he walked the Penguin, Ron Cey. 5 out of 10 base runner, Milner holding him on. Here comes Steve Garvey, he's 1 for 1. He's knocked in a run. Mets want to turn 2 up the middle with Harrelson and Mian. Matlack looks to first. Now in at the plate. Here's the pitch to Garvey. And Garvey puts a bunt down. And over to Mian on the wheeled play, and Garvey is out. Milner fielded it as he was charging in from first. Say's at second now in scoring position with 1 out. And here comes Rick Monday. He's 0 for 1. Matlack takes a deep breath on the mound. Lefty-lefty matchup. He deals to Monday. And he walked him. So 1 out, 2 on. Here comes Dusty Baker. Dodger left fielder. He's 0 for 1. He couldn't get Monday to chase on the 3-2 pitch. So 1 out, 2 on. Baker's ready to grip and rip. Matlack sets and delivers. Ground ball to Matlack. He goes to first for out number 2. Advancing to third is Say. Advancing to second is Monday. So 2 outs, 2 on. Runners will be off on contact for the catcher, Steve Yeager. He is 0 for 1. As a little shouting match is going on in the chat between Stratomatic Delaware and Clinton Parks. Stratomatic Delaware, go Mets. Clinton Parks, go Bums. Stearns pounds his mitt, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Yeager. And he strikes him out! Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 Dodgers. Dodgers strand 2. Due up for the Metropolitans, Mazzilli, Mian, and Harrelson. To face the left-handed throwing Doug Rauch. Rauch has gone 3 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, walked 1, struck out 1. Mazzilli's 0 for 1, 8 out of 10 bunter. He's going to attempt a bunt base hit here. Here's the pitch by Rauch. Mazzilli puts it down, and he is going to be safe by a mile. Lee Mazzilli with a bunt base hit as he caught that infield napping. So Lee Mazzilli is on. 8 out of 10 speed, 31% chance of stealing second. Garvey holding him on at first. Here comes Felix Mian. 10 out of 10 hit and run. You know we're doing that. Here's the pitch. Hit and run on. There goes Mazzilli. And Mian pops it up foul territory towards the stand. Garvey gives chase and runs out of real estate. So the count's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hit and runs off. Actually, we're going to play hit and run again. The windup and the pitch by Rauch. Hit and run. There goes Mazzilli. There's a shot to the gap. Baker cuts it off. Mazzilli goes first to third, so we went with the 2-strike hit and run. Because Rauch throws strikes. He struck out 126 in 77, and he struck out 39 so far. So the Mets are in business. Runners on the corners. Here's Bud Harrelson. He tripled his last time out. Clinton Parks in the chat says, thanks for the link, Al. I added it to my favorites. It's a really good link. You should check it out every once in a while. I got a couple other ones I'm going to add. The 2nd and 10 for football is excellent. You just have to convert the files to JPEGs. It's pretty easy. Every Windows program has a thing you can convert files. So Harrelson has a chance to tie this game up. Mazzilli 90 feet away. 10 out of 10 bunter. Corners are in. Say's in at third. Garvey's in at first. We can go squeeze here. Or we can go hit and run. They might pitch out, though. They might pitch out. We're going to take a pitch here. Here's the windup and the pitch by Rauch. Strike 1. They did not pitch out. No balls, 1 strike. Infield goes back to normal. Interesting. We could squeeze now. Here comes the squeeze. Safety squeeze. Harrelson puts... Oh, he fouled it back. Oh, we had him too. 0-2 count. The bunt is off. Corners back. Mazzilli at third, Mian at first. Here comes the hit and run. Put the ball in play, Harrelson. Here's the pitch. Harrelson swings. Slow dribbler to Russell. Mazzilli will score from third. They're trying for 2 here. If they turn 2 on a hit and run. And no, they don't get Harrelson at first. Good hard slide by Mian. Lopes going to get much on the throw, but the hit and run does help the Mets tie the game up at 2. In the chat, we have Beatles Eternally. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. So it's a 2-2 ball game, 1 out. Harrelson credited with the RBI. He's at first. Here comes the pitcher, Jon Matlack. Corners move in. He's a 3 out of 10 bunter. He's going to sacrifice bunt. He puts the bunt down. They go to first. Out number 2. Harrelson moves over to second. So Yeager went to Lopes covering the bag at first. So 2 outs. Harrelson, the go-ahead run at second. He'll be off on contact. Top of the order, Lenny Randle. He is 0 for 1. He has scored a run. See, that's where I missed the... I like the hovering thing here. I wish they didn't get rid of that. I'll use the box score here. He has walked once. I knew he walked. Okay. So Randall has walked once. He's 0 for 1. He's scored a run. Rao gets a sign from Yeager. Here's the pitch to Randall. Ground ball to Russell. Deep in the hole. He fires to Garvey. Side retired, but the Mets score another run, and they've tied the game up. We go to the top of the 5th here at Shea. 2-2. 2 up for the Dodgers. Rao, the pitcher, then the top of the order, Lopes and Russell. Matlack has gone 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 2, struck out 2. Here's the pitch to Rao. And he strikes him out. 1 down. Davey Lopes is 2 for 2. He has 2 singles, and he has scored a run. Mets bring their corners in. Randall in at third. Milner in at first. Matlack's going to go aggressive. He's going to try to jam Lopes here. Stern sets the target. Here's the pitch to Davey Lopes. Grounder foul down the left field line. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Davey Lopes. Matlack nods his head. He delivers. Lopes swings, ground ball up the middle. Mian dives, gets up, fires to Milner. Out number 2, Felix Mian robs Davey Lopes, and turnabout is fair play as Lopes has robbed 2 Mets batters of hits, and he gets some payback by Mian. So 2 outs, no one on. Bill Russell steps to the plate. Dodgers shortstop, 1 for 2. He has singled, knocked in an RBI, and scored a run. Matlack rubs up the baseball, steps up on the hill, toes the rubber, looks in at Stern, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Russell. Ground ball. Mian can't get this one, though, up the middle. 2 out single, inning still alive. Russell's on first, held on by Milner. Russell, 7 out of 10 base runner. Here's Reggie Smith. Dodger right fielder is 0 for 2. Matlack looks to first. Now in at the plate, he deals to Smith. And he strikes him out. Side retired. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Tied at 2 here at Shea. Due up for the Metropolitans. Beauclair, Cranepool, and Stearns. If anyone gets on, Milner. Beauclair is 1 for 2. He has single. Rao's ready to work the windup and the pitch. Beauclair, line shot to Lopes, 1 away. Here comes Ed Cranepool playing left field today. He's 1 for 2. He has a single. Yeager sets the target. Here's the pitch by Rao. And that's to center field. Monday moves a little bit to his left, makes the catch, 2 down. Hoping to extend the inning, the Mets catcher John Stearns. He also is 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. He has 2 home runs in the retro replay. Yeager pounds the mitt, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Stearns. That ball's going deep down the left field line. Baker gives chase, but he won't get there. It's a double. Off the wall, John Stearns with a 2-out double. He's in scoring position for John Milner. Milner is 0 for 2. Chance to put the Metropolitans out on top. Stearns will be off on contact. Russell cheats towards the bag, trying to keep Stearns close. Rao peeks over his shoulder. Now he delivers to Milner. And he strikes him outside, retired. We go to the top of the 6th, tied at 2 here at Shea. Take care, Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware. Remember to check out Stratomatic Delaware, great channel, card and dice. He's going to be going to opening day Stratomatic, I believe next week. Is it next week? He's going to have a vlog about it. Also, make sure to check out Clinton Park's channel, card and dice, well, computer. He does Digital Diamond Baseball, which is a dice game, computer. It's a very fun game. I have it. So due up for the Dodgers, Say, Garvey, and Monday. Ron Say is 0 for 1 with a walk. Matlock works quickly. He deals to Say. And he walks him for a 2nd time. Go-ahead run at first. The Penguin, 5 out of 10 base running ability. John Milner to hold him on. I made a major mistake making the Mets lineup when I rushed through it real quick. If you'll notice, I have a lot of lefties. I thought Doug Rao was a right-handed pitcher. I should have looked. And it tells you. Anyway, we've scored 2 runs, so my mistake could come in okay. Here comes Steve Garvey. Garvey is 1 for 1 with an RBI. Garvey is also... Nope, this is his 2nd at-bat. Yeah, I kind of missed that. I'm used to the hovering here, and it's gone. I have to get used to going to the box score if I want to give more information. Over here, they have it here, too. But, I mean, at-bats, see, I could easily, right there, 1 at-bat, 1 hit. I just have to get used to looking to my lower left. I do like the animation. It's smoother. You know, so... Mets look to turn 2 up the middle with Harrelson and Mian. The windup and the pitch to Garvey. And that's a hard shot that's going to get down and get to the outfield. Mazzilli cuts it off before it can gap him. So 2 on. No outs, and here comes Rick Monday. He is 0 for 1. Chance to put the Dodgers out ahead. Say's at 2nd. Go-ahead run. Matlack up to 96 pitches. He is good for 120. We're going to go aggressive on Monday. Try to jam him here. Stearns sets the target. Here's the pitch by John Matlack. They throw down behind Garvey, and he just gets back. Counts 1 ball, no strikes. Again, we'll go aggressive. Here's the pitch to Monday. And he strikes him out. That is strikeout number 5 for Matlack. So 1 out, 2 on. Here comes Dusty Baker. He is 0 for 2. Matlack shakes his head. Stearns and Matlack are not on the same page. Now he nods his head. Here's the pitch to Baker. And that shot goes to left. Cranepool cuts it off. And Say is held at 3rd, so bases are loaded. 1 out. And here comes Steve Yeager. He is 0 for 2. Stearns goes out to have a word with Matlack. Now back behind the plate. Gonna go aggressive here, try to jam him. Stearns pounds the mitt, sets the target. The windup and the pitch by Matlack. They throw down behind Baker, and they nailed him! Milner applies the tag. Nice throw by Stearns. Oh, Baker got caught napping. There's 2 outs now. Runners at second and third. Tommy Lasorda is none too happy in the Dodger dugout. The count's now 1 ball, no strikes on Yeager. First base open. Rao is on deck. Let's go with a pitch around here. Matlack sets and delivers. Fly ball to Mazzilli. He moves to right center field, makes the catch, side retired. What a huge play by Stearns, picking off Dusty Baker at first, thrown behind him. Milner applied the quick tag. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-2 here at Shea. Due up for the Metropolitans, Mazzilli, Mian, and Harrelson. If anyone gets on, the pitcher, John Matlack. Mazzilli's 1 for 2. He had a bunt base hit, and he has scored a run. He started that rally in the 3rd. Say's in at 3rd, Garvey's in at 1st. Rao sets and delivers. Mazzilli swings, and he singles to right field. Mazzilli's 2 for 3 now. And we have a chance to turn this into a double. 79% chance. We'll take that chance. Here's a throw to second. Mazzilli goes sliding in under the tag. He is safe. A hustle double by Lee Mazzilli. The go-go Mets. Beatles Eternally in the chat says you're having a nasty winter right now. 4:05 a.m. here and 42 degrees Fahrenheit. That is in the Netherlands. So Felix Mian comes to the plate. 1 for 2. 4 out of 10 bunter. Bud Harrelson on deck. I would love to bunt Mazzilli over. We're actually better off with a hit and run, as unorthodox as that sounds. He's a 10 out of 10 hit and run. We're going to play hit and run, unorthodox. Here's the pitch to Mian, hit and run. And it's a fly ball to Smith and right. Get back, Lee. Get back, Lee. Get back. And Mazzilli gets back. So 1 out. Mazzilli's at second. Here comes Bud Harrelson. He's 1 for 2. He has a triple on the day. 10 out of 10 bunter. On deck is Matlack. Here's the pitch to Harrelson. He swings and fouls it back. No balls, 2 strikes on Bud now. Rao works quickly. The windup and the pitch. Harrelson swings. It's a number in front of the plate. And an infield hit. It was far enough away from Yeager that he couldn't get to the ball. Harrelson hustles down to first. And Mazzilli to third. So runners on the corners in a 2-2 ball game. 1 out here at Shea. And John Matlack steps to the plate. A very weak hitting pitcher. He's 0 for 13 on this retro replay. And he's only a 3 out of 10 bunter. Corners are in. Let's see if Matlack can lift a fly ball somewhere. On deck, Lenny Randall. Here's the pitch to Matlack. He swings. That goes up the middle. Mazzilli will score. Lopes flips to Russell. On to Garvey. Did they get the double play? No! Matlack beats it out 3-2. There's only a 10% chance of turning the double play, and they did not get it. As Mets fans are ecstatic now, they're up a run, clapping along to the organist. Top of the order, Lenny Randall, 0 for 2. Rao, 5 2/3, 9 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks. He deals to Randall. Randall swings, slow dribbler to short. Russell charges in, quickly releases the ball to Garvey. Did they get him? No! Another infield hit. That's 2 infield hits in this inning. Matlack's at second, Randall's at first, 2 outs, and here comes Beauclair. And Mike Vail is going to pinch hit for Beauclair. So here comes Mike Vail, and he'll stay in to play right field. That's .351 off left-handed pitching. As I stated, I made a bad mistake. Rushing to set this game up, I didn't pay attention. I thought Rao was a right-hander, and I basically put in my left-handed hitting lineup. Though we have produced 3 runs with a really weak hitting lineup. So Vail, on the season, Mike Vail, .341, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. That's basically against all left-handed pitching. In actuality, .262, 8 home runs, 35 runs batted. And here's the pitch to Vail. And that's a fly ball deep right center field. And Monday makes the catch on the warning trap. So for someone who doesn't have much range, he sure got a good jump on that one. Side retired. Mets do get 1. We go to the top of the 7th, 3-2 Metropolitans. Vail will stay in and play right field. Vail, 7 out of 10 range, 8 out of 10 arm. Matlack looks okay. Rao's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Rao. Oh, they go to a pinch hitter. Dodgers go to a pinch hitter, Ted Martinez. He's 0 for 5 in the retro replay. In actuality, .299, 1 home run, 10 RBIs. Off left-handers, .370. Matlack gets a sign. Stearns sets the target. Here's the pitch to Martinez. Ground ball to Randall. He quickly releases, throws to Milner for out number 1. Here comes Davey Lopes. He has been a thorn in John Matlack's side. He is 2 for 3 with a run score. They're going to go aggressive against Lopes, try to jam him. Stearns sets up. Here's the pitch. And he strikes out Lopes. Swing and a miss on the fastball on the 0-2 pitch. It was a cutter. Hard cutter, 90 miles per hour. That's Matlack's 6th K. And here comes Bill Russell. The Mets are looking for a 1-2-3 inning behind John Matlack. Russell's 2 for 3. He has a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Matlack takes a deep breath out on the mound. He deals to Russell. It's popped up towards third and short. Now Harrelson back on the outfield grass. Makes the catch. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. And that's it for Mr. Rao, new pitcher in the game. Is Al Downing. And I believe, wasn't it Al Downing who gave up Hank Aaron's home run that surpassed Babe Ruth? Or do I have that wrong? Downing in the retro replay. He's thrown 6 innings. His ERA is 3.50. Ouch. He's walked 13, struck out 6. In reality, it was no wins, 1 loss with a 6.75. Left-handed thrower. He's going to face Cranepool, Stearns, and Milner. Cranepool will be called back for Kong, Dave Kingman. The lefties hit 290s. Maybe that's why I put all those lefties in there. Maybe I have to go back and look. Maybe Rao was just offloaded. I don't remember. I made a mistake. I thought he was a right-hander, which you can see if you just look at the stats on his card. It has like how Al Downing has an L here. It has the same thing on his card. Do I want to go to Kong? No. You know what? We're gonna stick with Cranepool. Kingman. Kingman's a better defensive left fielder, though. Dave Kingman will come in to pinch hit. Kingman on the retro replay. We've used him sparingly. 222, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. For the Mets before he is traded, he hits 209, 9 home runs, 28 runs driven in. He'll be followed by Stearns and Milner. Here's the pitch by Downing. Kingman swings, sends a fly ball, left center field. Baker makes the catch. 1 away. The Cubs, the Bears is in the chat. How are you, my friend? He says, D. Scott, yeah, sounds right. I went to about 10 to 15 Mariners games, only 1 Seahawks, but it was great. Peyton ran wild in an impressive Bears win. Ken Patera will quote you. He is more impressed with being in the weightlifting Hall of Fame than anything he ever did in wrestling. Ken Patera's brother was the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. Was it Jack Patera, his brother's name? So here comes John Stearns, 1 out, no one on. Mets lead 3-2, bottom of the 7th. He's 2 for 3. Stearns will take. Ball 1. Stearns will take again. Ball 2. Stearns will take until he gets a strike. Ball. Stearns puts the bat on his shoulder. And he walks on 4 consecutive pitches. I should have done that with Kingman. I was thinking he maybe throw a first pitch strike. Here comes John Milner. Milner's 0 for 3. He has to stay in. Joe Torre's our only. Stearns can play first too. We're gonna let Milner stay in. Milner to take. Here's the pitch by Downing. They throw over to first. Stearns gets back. Again, Downing looks to first. Now in at Yeager. He deals to Milner. He's taking. Strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike. The windup and the pitch by Downing. Milner swings, slow dribbler to Lopes. He flips to Russell, who quickly tries to release, but Stearns clobbers him with a slide at second. There is no turn of the double play. Inning stays alive. 2 outs. Milner at first. He'll be off on contact. Garvey holding him on. Here comes Lee Mazzilli. He's 2 for 3. He has a double, a bunt base hit, and he scored 2 runs. Mazzilli has ignited this Met offense. Yeah, so it was Jack Patera. Yep. He was, I think, he was the first head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. So Mazzilli, 2 for 3. Awaits the Downing offering. Here it is, Mazzilli to take. Strike 1. Again, Downing first pitch strike. Fastball was in there. Mazzilli didn't like the call. Milner will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to Lee. Mazzilli swings, slow dribble to short. Russell charges, throws to first. I don't know if they got him. They just do get him. By the hair of their chinny chin chin, we go to the top of the 8th, 3-2 Metropolitans. Playing left field now is Dave Kingman. Kingman, 4 out of 10 range, 3 out of 10 arm. Matlack up to 115 pitches. He's good for 120. He'll be facing Reggie Smith, Ron Cey, and Steve Garvey. I think I haven't used Skip Lockwood in a while. We're going to go to Lockwood for a 6-out close. Here comes Skip Lockwood. Oh, shoot. Now, yeah, no double switch. I don't want to take Lee Mazzilli out. My best center fielder. So Lockwood will go into the 9 slot. Skip Lockwood on the year. 2 wins, 2 losses, 7 saves, 2.2 earned run average. In actuality, 4 wins, 8 losses, 20 saves, 3.38. He's a right-handed thrower. Smith now switches to the left-handed side. Switch hitting right fielder for the Dodgers. He has a 6-game hitting streak on the line. He's 0 for 3 today. Lockwood's ready. He deals to Smith. That's a fly ball deep to right center field. Mazzilli on the run. Reaches out and makes the catch. Lee Mazzilli, what a play. 1 away. Here comes Ron Cey. The Penguins 0 for 1. He's walked twice. Lockwood toes the rubber, peers in at Stearns, nods his head. Here's the pitch to the Penguin. And what happened there? Oh, strike 3 called. Stearns could not control the ball. Cey reaches on, I guess they consider that a pass ball, so that should be out number 2, but Cey reaches on the dropped 3rd strike. He's the tying run. That could come back and haunt them. That's at first base. John Milner holding him on. Here comes Steve Garvey. Garvey is 2 for 2. And I believe he's... Let's just go to the box score here. Getting used to the new format for 2018. He is 2 for... Oh, he had the sacrifice bunt. That's what he had. See, that's what used to see when you could hover. And again, that's no longer there. So let's go down here. 2 for 2. Do they have a sacrifice? That's stolen base. So he has a sacrifice bunt and 2 singles. 1 out. Mets look to turn 2 up the middle with Harrelson and Mian. Lockwood looks to first. At the plate. He deals to Garvey. And he strikes him out! Inside corner on the 1-2 pitch. 2 down. Off-speed pitch froze Garvey. Couldn't pull the trigger. Here comes Rick Monday. He is 0 for 2. Again, save the tying run at first. Milner holding him on. Lockwood's ready. He deals to Monday. And he strikes him outside, retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Mets cling to a 3-2 lead. It's been quite a good game here at Shea. Clinton Park said, that's a rare play. Yeah, to strike him out, and then the guy advances. Do they give an error on that play? Well, they gave a pass ball on the catcher. I guess if it's a wild pitch, it's a wild pitch. If it's a pass ball, it's a pass. I wonder if they give it. Well, they didn't give an error. I don't have an error up here, so I guess it just goes as a pass. I know it goes as a strikeout. And they didn't give an error because you don't see an error up here. So I guess it's just. You think there'd be an error somewhere in there, but due up for the Mets to face Al Downing, Mian, Harrelson, and Skip Lockwood. He will hit for himself. Mian's 1 for 3. He'll take. Here's the pitch by Downing. Again, first pitch strike. He's pouring in that first pitch strike. Fastball in there, outside corner. Mian just smiles. He resets. He's ready to grip and rip. Yeager sets the target. Here's the pitch to Mian. He swings. Slow dribbler to short. Russell charges. Quick release to first. Garvey stretches. And they just get Mian. These Mets are hustling all over the place in this game. Clinton Parks is about a 3rd strike drop where you reach first safely. Clinton Parks writes in the chat, no, it's just called the drop 3rd strike. Basically, it's a 4-out inning. Okay, thank you. D. Scott Howard, gotta go, dinner time. Thanks, Al. Great chatting with everyone. See you again soon. Take care, D. Scott. And Beatles says, take care to D. Scott. Beatles! So 1 out, no one on. Bud Harrelson's 2 for 3. We're going to let him swing away. Here's the pitch to Bud. And he strikes out on the 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Slider got him. So 2 outs, no one on. Here comes Skip Lockwood. He's actually batting .250 on the year. He's 1 for 4 with a run scored. In actuality, batted .200. He was 3 for 15 with an RBI. Downing delivers to his counterpart. Lockwood swings and he sends a shallow, that ball carried. Wow! Monday makes the catch in deep center. I thought it was a shallow pop-up in the outfield. Side retired. We go to the top of the 9th. The Metropolitans are 3 outs away from going above 500 once again. Here in this early 1977 retro replay, they currently stand at 15-15. The Dodgers currently stand at 20-11. Lockwood will face Baker, Yeager, and Downing. Baker's 1 for 3. He has a single. Lockwood gets the sign. He deals to Baker. And he strikes him out. Lockwood is in a zone. Lockwood in an inning and a third has 4 strikeouts. Now, 1 did advance to first base on the drop 3rd strike. Here comes Steve Yeager. Dodger catcher's 0 for 3. Lockwood wants to work quickly. He wants to stay in that good rhythm. Here's the pitch to Yeager. Ground ball to Mian. Goes deep on the grass. Throws to Milner for out number 2. Nice play by Felix Mian at second. Al Downing will not hit. There's the pinch hitter, John Hale. 158. No home runs, 1 RBI. In actuality, 241. 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. Left-handed batter. He batted .242 off right-handed pitching. Lockwood takes a deep breath out on that mound. He sets and delivers to Hale. Ground ball back to Lockwood. He throws to Milner. The Mets are victorious here at Shea. 3-2. The Cocoa Mets beat the Dodgers in quite a fun game. Even with Al Red Sox fan making a horrible mistake putting his left-handed hitting lineup in against the left-handed pitcher, we scratch out 3 runs. Here's another new feature. Another new feature for 2018. You'll see it shortly. Hey, Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. How are you, my friend? Ken Castro! I missed Ken. How are you also? We're going to be doing another game after this. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Here's another new feature with 2018. Like, hey, Eric, did you see that you can have a replay? Like a video replay in this game? That's kind of cool. Anyway, here's another new feature. They added some pictures here. I like it. Rao takes the loss. He's now 3-3. Matlack gets the win. He's 3-3. Players of the game: Mazzilli 2 for 4 with a double, Harrelson 2 for 4 with a triple, and Stearns 2 for 3 with a double. And that's with Al Red Sox fan making a horrible mistake putting his left-handed batting lineup in against the left-handed pitcher. Either way, you got to play the same way with the Mets. You got to eke out runs. It's kind of fun playing as them. So they go above 500, 16-15. All right, let's go to the box score quick. Davey Lopes, 2 for 4, runs scored and a strikeout. Bill Russell, 2 for 4, a run scored and RBI, a double. Reggie Smith held in check, 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. Ron Say, 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a strikeout. Steve Garvey, 2 for 3 with an RBI and a strikeout and a sacrifice bunt. Monday, 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Dusty Baker, 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Steve Yeager, 0 for 4 with a K. The pitcher, Rao, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Martinez, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Downing pitch did not hit. Hale, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. So the Dodgers, 32 at-bats, could only get 2 runs and 7 hits off John Matlack, who was superb. 2 RBIs, 3 walks, 10 Ks, 1 double. For the Metropolitans, Lenny Randall, third base, 1 for 3, runs scored and a walk. Beauclair in right field, 1 for 3. Vail came in to pinch hit. He would have been my normal starter against left-handed pitching, but again, I made a bad faux pas. Didn't hurt, though. We won. He's 0 for 1 on the pinch hit. He stayed in to play right. Cranepool, 1 for 3. Kingman pinched hit, stayed in to play left. He was 0 for 1. Stearns, as you see earlier, 2 for 3. RBI, a walk, and a double. Milner, 0 for 4 with a K. Mazzilli, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and a double. He jump-started the Mets offense in the third with a bunt base hit. Mian, 1 for 4. Harrelson, a surprisingly 2 for 4 with a triple and an RBI and a strikeout. Matlack was 0 for 2 with an RBI. He had a groundout that scored a run. He had a strikeout. Lockwood, 0 for 1. He got the save. Metropolitans, 33 at-bats, 3 runs, 10 hits, 3 RBIs, 2 walks. They only struck out 3 times. If you're playing as the Mets in 77, you don't want a lot of strikeouts. At least for me, I play a lot of hit and run, a lot of sacrificing. They had a double and a triple. Let's go to the pitching, which I normally do first. Rao took the loss. He's 3-3, 6 innings, 10 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Walked 1, struck out 2. Downing pitched 2 innings, no runs. Walked 1, struck out 1. Matlack, 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Walked 3, struck out 6. Lockwood gets his, and he's 3-3. Lockwood gets his 8th save. 2 perfect innings. He struck out 4. Go quickly to the recap. Dodgers scored 2 runs in the first on 3 hits. Bill Russell doubled, scoring Lopes, 1-0 Dodgers. Garvey singled, scoring Russell, 2-0 Dodgers. Mets got 1 back in the third, 1 run on a hit and a walk. John Stearns singled, scoring Randall. So was the Mazzilli then was in the 4th inning then. In the 4th, Mets scored 1 run on 2 hits. Felix Mian singled, hit streak now 10. Bud Harrelson hit a grounder, scoring a run, tied the score at 2. Dodgers failed to score on 2 hits and 1 walk in the 6th, and the Mets came back in the bottom of the 6th. They scored 1 run on 3 hits. Matlack hit a grounder, scoring the runner from third. They took the 3-2 lead, and that's the way the game ended. And that's what I find fun playing as the Mets of 77. So, Matlack got the win. He's 3-3. Lockwood with his 8th save. Doug Rao, the loss. He's 3-3. Quickly go to the chat. Clinton Park says, I like the new version of Action PC, even if it isn't DICE impressive. They did a few things. I'm going to do a video. I just want to figure it out, where I'm going to have the 2017. That's pretty easy. I just would have to change screens. That's not OBS. That's not hard. They've added a few different things. Let's see if this film thing works. I think you have to go. I don't think you can do it after the game. Actually, let's see film. Not available, but see, it's still considered during a game. I don't know what this does. I don't know if we get highlights. I'm assuming we get highlights, like video highlights. I like what they did with the replay. I agree with Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. I wish they still had the hover. I have to get used to looking to the lower left, but the hover gave you exactly what they did. I kind of like that. I might email them and ask if they could put, if they're thinking if they could put that back in. I like the hover. I mean, there's a way to do it with the box score. I get it. Like, you can go to, when you bring the box score up, you go to play-by-play. That's still very cumbersome to me. But that's a minor complaint. All in all, the video moves much smoother. Just like the, what's miscellaneous? I don't know. Let's check what miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is, what is miscellaneous? Oh, it's just the moves, it looks like. Martinez hit for Rao, Hale hit for Downing, Vale hit for Beauclair. It looks like the the personnel moves. Doubles, triples, RBIs. Oh, you know what? That could... Envy Lockwood, player of the game. Game-winning RBI. Oh, this is very cool. I never really used miscellaneous. Matlack, game-winning RBI. New York had 1 double play. Left on base. Oh, finally. Dodgers left 7 runners on base. New York 9. Now, the Cubs and Bears explained something to me which I had missed a while back, because I used to say this was left on base. And it's not. It's each player's individual. Like, he left 1, he left 2. So I would say 15, which I was wrong. And the Cubs and Bears pointed that out to me, saying, Al, that's not what that means. And he's right. They're individuals. But now, I never clicked on miscellaneous. You can get left on base here, which is very cool. Randall had 2 poor plays. Lopes had 2 great plays, and so did Mian. RBI, Garvey 17, Russell 15. Stearns 12, Harrelson 9, Matlack 1. So this is a good thing. I'm glad you mentioned that, Clinton. Thank you. As Beatles is laughing at me from the Netherlands, saying, Al, that's been there for... No, I know. I just never clicked on it. I never clicked on... This is the first time I honestly have clicked on miscellaneous. I do like the 2018 version. I like this miscellaneous, which has already been there because Beatles is... I can hear him laughing from the Netherlands, which is fine. He's my bro. I do like the video chalkboard moves much smoother. Oh, no, Clint, I'm glad. I honestly, Clinton, I never clicked on it, and that's great. There's a lot of really cool information there. I still wish they had the hover. You guys know what I'm talking about. When you hover over to the right above the text of what's going on. I missed that. Other than that, I like the way they added the pictures here. Okay. I like the animation smoother. You can see the catcher try to back up first base, and they throw to the right bag. And they've added some things on regular screens. I'll show you, I guess. And then I'll call it a stream. I want to come back with a 77 Red Sox game. And then I'm going to come back with a Brooklyn Dodgers versus the 53 Dodgers versus the 78 Yankees series, which I am going to play that in 2 days. Best out of 7. Once I get it properly set up. At least that's my goal. Let's close this out. And I think it goes to that. So we're going to see this screen here. Oh, so Clinton says he wished the hover would be in Digital Diamond and National Pastime. I love the hover. Eric from Higher Ground Gaming says they fixed... And remember to check out Higher Ground Gaming with Eric. Great channel. Lots of good retro stuff there. He's got the Yastrzemski replay, the Bird replay, the Gronkowski replay, and the Bobby Orr replay, amongst other things. Those are his 4 main, but he's got other things going. A lot of fun stuff on the channel. So if I click, what they added, they did like the football game. So this didn't surprise me because I bought the football game, which the video chalkboard is so much better in this version. So if I click on the Red Sox, and I don't know if that comes up. Okay, I got to double click on this. Okay. So if you click on the Red Sox, you can see they've added pictures down here. And to me, see, and if you noticed, so I'm looking at, if I go to batters, and I go, who has the best batting average, and I click on that, Jim Rice does 320, and Jim Rice is here. Home runs, Jim Rice, okay? Now if I go, I want to do like stolen bases, it now moves Rick Burleson. So that's kind of neat. I think that's kind of cool. And again, I added the pictures. You have to add the pictures, the logos. It's not hard at all. So that's a neat little aspect to it. The other kind of cool thing, I think they might have had this, though. I just didn't pay attention. This was not there. They've added this with their newer versions of games, because they did this with the football game too, where they added the players at the bottom, pictures. So if I go to play, I don't know if this comes up. I have to figure out hotkeys. Okay. I think they had this already. I just never really fooled around with it. But like, you go to highlights here, and you get what's going on in live. I don't play all my games at once, as you can see. So I played as the Mets. I'll sim these other games, and then I'll play as the Red Sox, or I'll play as the Red Sox and I'll sim these games. I like to play with the baseball. I like to play a National League team and an American League team. I didn't do that with my 66 replay, but I started it with this. I was playing as 3 different teams, but I didn't like that. The Mets and the Red Sox are fun. I'm getting both tastes for both leagues. I like that. So I mean, they always had this. I never really just paid. I never even clicked down here. So this is kind of cool to me. I think they probably always had this. So we'll quickly go through the stats. Just the standings. Oh, okay, so that went back. So the Red Sox, we have a game coming up, the Red Sox and the Mariners. Red Sox currently are 23-5. Oh, I'm in fuego. And they're a game and a half on the Yankees, who are 22-7. Milwaukee are 11.5 games back. Kansas City's in first, 20-11, a game in front of Minnesota in the West. In the East, for Beatles, Pittsburgh's 20-9, 3 games ahead of the Phillies. And Houston is a half game in front of the Reds and the Dodgers. Now, grant you, the Dodgers and the Mets are the only teams that have played, so we picked up a half game with the Mets here. We're still in contention, only 5 back, so that's kind of cool. Severs is going to get traded in June to the Reds, so I'm going to lose him because I play a historical transaction. Kingman will go a little before that or a little after that. So all in all, I like the 2018 version. As Beatles says, I see my bucks aren't for... Yes, and for you, Beatles, let's take a look at that. And let's go with replay numbers. Oh, I have to use, what's it called? Hotkeys or something. All right, so let's see for pitching. John Candelaria is leading the Pirates 3-1 with a 3.93 earned run average. Bruce Keysen's 3-3. Jim Rooker's 3-2. And Jerry Royce is 3-2. And again, you can see the pitchers here. Let's go to batters. Average. Well, Terry Foster, I believe he only has 2 at-bats. So he's at 500. So really Dave Parker, well, I mean, Dave Parker has 118 at-bats, 415, 8 homers, 29 RBIs. He leads the Pirates with 8 homers and 29 RBIs. Stolen bases, Omar Moreno, not shocking, 11. But Frank Taveras has 10. He'll eventually become a Met, as you can see. That's a Met hat there. Back to pitching for a second. Strikeouts. Ks per 9. I want to see total strikeouts. Is this going to be over here? Well, Ks per 9. Gossage, who's still a member of the Pirates, he won't become a Yankee until 78. He averages, again, I wanted to see total strikeouts. Again, this is a player card. I'm going to show you a player card. This is the player card. So if you're playing this game and people are like, oh, I don't know what they do. Well, I mean, I don't show no one really shows the player cards, but I mean, like, you look. So what did he really do? Okay, Gossage struck out 151, only walked 49. So if you're the batter against him, right, you know he throws strikes. There's no sense in taking a pitch. You know? And then in the replay, he struck out 12. He's only walked 2. Lefties are hitting where's the average? Lefties are only in the replay they're hitting better actually, 235, 208 in reality. Righties, he's just totally dominant, 141, 167 in the replay. But this is the pitching card. I mean, this is his card. So you can see durability, 10 out of 10. That's his hitting, who cares? Pitcher standard, best pitch, fastball, 95 miles per hour, hold, clutch. He's 5 out of 10, so that's pretty good. He's going to make, he's 50% that. He's going to do the, get the big strikeout or ground out or pop up. Relief, double additional mark, double crosses, that's good. Closer, that's good. So, and let's look at a batter's card. Again, this is like the card. So everything's done in the background. Yeah, there's a lot of stats in this game. I mean, no one really shows it because, I mean, I'm showing it to you guys because I just want to show you. When this game, I got this for $30 because when you upgrade, you get $5 off. And then there's a sale, so I got $10 off. But if you're going to buy another game besides Out of the Ballpark, I recommend this game. Yeah, and Eric says in the chat, you can also print baseball cards for the players too. You can. I don't. But there's a lot of stuff here. People don't understand. Like the people, I mean, maybe they do, but people think like, oh, it's just click. Like you're just, yeah, I'm clicking, but I kind of know what's going on. I just don't show you. If you know baseball, sometimes I do go to it. I just don't bring up the screen for you guys to see it because I want to know, does this guy, some players I'm not sure, I don't remember. I'm like, did he walk a lot of guys? Do I want to take a pitch? But with Goose Gossage, I'll ask you guys, would you take a pitch against Goose Gossage? I wouldn't. I mean, he's still going to strike me out, but I'm not going to take a pitch. He struck out 151. He only walked 49. The odds are he's throwing strikes. Then you can say, do I want to hit and run? He throws strikes, but he strikes out a lot of guys. He does, so you want to look at the average against. I like to hit and run a lot, but I don't think I'm going to hit and run on Gossage, because of the strikeouts. So those are the things. Some people give, even Out of the Ballpark, they don't understand. There is a player's card. There's a lot of numbers. Just because there's, I think with a dice game, it's easy to understand. It's easy to understand because you're saying, you look at the card and you see, okay, that's a single, that's a double, everything else is an out. Which is fine. I like Stratomatic. I own it. I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't like it. I'm just saying, I think a lot of people knock these computer games thinking there's no thinking involved. There's a lot of thinking involved. Where there isn't, you don't have to worry about looking at charts. That's where I give the card and dice guys a ton of credit. They're looking at the chart. They're saying this is what happens. That's why when someone gives them flack if they get something wrong, I kind of get annoyed at that. I'm like, really? They're doing the best they can. They do a great job, the card and dice guys, and you're worried about, instead of a ground out, it was a pop-up. Who cares? Like, okay. You know. But there's a lot of strategy here. This is a really, really fun game. I have to say, I really do like, for replays, for retro replays, I like using this. I like Out of the Ballpark for open world. Let's close this out. And here's the other cool thing. Because I play historical transactions. So if I click on the Mets, and I bring up Tom Seaver, and now I'll bring up his card. And I wish I knew a way to do this quicker, but I don't. I'm sorry. Okay, now can you guys see, or do I have to make it bigger? It says Seaver. Okay, and then it says pitcher Tom Terrific, real home Shea Stadium, current Shea Stadium, available January through June 15th. He is going to be traded to the Reds on June 15th. So I will overuse him. I don't care if his arm falls off after June 15th. I will overuse him. I will use him in a save situation. I don't care. I want wins. So that's kind of fun to me. I can't make trades. I don't have it set up that way, nor do I want to. But I know he's gone by June 15th. I will use him and use him and use him. Because there's also a usage percentage. And as you can see, he's on pace, which I don't care, for 339 innings. But he's not my problem after June 15th. So I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. And again, that's where I can get more wins than the Mets actually get. Now, is that reality? No, not really. Is it fun? You betcha it's fun. Again, I want to try to get more wins than the actual team did. With the Red Sox at 66, I went 81 and 81. It was a lot of fun playing. I lost a lot of close games. I won some I shouldn't have. 9 games better than they did. Yes. Clinton Park says, so when you're in June, will you see Seavers with the Reds? And now, yes, you cannot use him no longer. Yes, Digital Diamond does the same thing when you play transactions. So, I'll show you one more thing, and then we'll call it a stream. Again, this was in all the versions of the game, the versions I've owned. I mean, this isn't new. It's just I play historical transactions when I play Action PC. You don't have to, but I like playing Action PC with the historical transactions. Okay, so I want to go to, is it lineups, batters, what is it? Lineup, oh, pinch hitters, roster, position depth. Oh, you know what? They might have changed that. Oh, they don't even show you they used to show you the players that were coming over, so you knew who was coming. They don't do that. Let's see. They used to say like I would be getting Pat Zachary, and you would see Pat Zachary's name here. But they don't have that now. I kind of missed that because I kind of knew who was coming. Unless, maybe you see it here. Manager, team, batter. And there are the tabs, batters. And to add pitchers is one of the easiest things. There's a lot of files online. Oh, let me jump to the chat here and then we're going to call stream. Clinton Park says, Beatles Eternally says, Digital Diamond Baseball needs to work on defensive ratings. Yes, I agree. Clinton Parks, National Pastime 3, remember to hit that transaction box before you start playing. Higher Ground Gaming, right, Beatles. Defensive stats need to be less vague. I agree. I agree with Digital Diamond Baseball. I love Digital Diamond Baseball. Higher Ground Gaming. And running and base stealing. And Beatles agrees. So, I think we'll call it a stream here. I wanted to show one more thing, but I don't... oh, I know how. Maybe this way. So, let's go to the Red Sox. Play. Play. And I loaded the Kingdom up. No, they took it away. They don't show it anymore. That's interesting. So what they used to show you, the eligible players and the players who weren't eligible, and they don't have that anymore. So they're only showing you, unless there's display all players. There it is. Duh. Okay, so you'll see here, Rick Miller's not available. He could be injured. These are the players not available, and I think it would have been better in the other screen. So what I'm going to do here is just go computer lineup. And I'm going to get out of this, but I have to put a lineup in to get out of it. Okay, we're back to this screen. Now I know it. Okay, so I wanted to show you just about the Tom Seaver thing. Let me go back to that. This game's really... see, here it is. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that came up. Beautiful. So you can see, I'm going to get Doug Flynn from the Reds. I mean, I know because of the trade. I'm going to end up getting Bobby Valentine. And if you click on them, so I'm going to click on Doug Flynn. And you can see, again, this is not new. I'm just showing you. Flynn becomes available June 16th. That's when we can use him. So that's kind of cool. That's when you play with historical transactions. No, he does play with the, I'm sorry, Clinton Parks in the chat says Rick Miller also might be with the Angels. Check it out. I don't think any trades have been made yet. He could just be injured. A couple of days where he didn't play. They're not going to let you use him if he's not available. And we can check that out right now. That's a good point. So, I'll go to the Red Sox. And this is, I guess, when I play this game, I kind of like the historical transactions because I try to, in my mind, wheel and deal how I can use those players before they're gone. And also, when I play this game, I use historical transactions, but I'm setting my own lineups. So let's go to Rick Miller. No, he's just a healthy scratch. Did that come up? Let me double click. Sometimes they don't tell you why he's not available. But you can see here, he actually is available for the whole year. They don't have anything here. Rick Miller, quickly, he's only batting 189. 7 for 37. They say he's healthy, but he's not available. And over here they give you, the games he played. So that's kind of cool. Alrighty then. And we're going to call it a stream. And I'll be back with the 77 Red Sox playing Seattle. So I'd like to thank Clinton Parks in the chat, Beatles Eternally in the chat. Check out Clinton Parks' channel. I'd like to thank Higher Ground Gaming with Eric. Check out his channel. D. Scott Howard. Stratomatic Delaware with Chris. Ken Castro. Tribes Fan. The Cubs, the Bears. Oh, I got your message, the Cubs, the Bears, too, about Babe Ruth and out of the ballpark. I'm wondering if his rating was weird because I did an all-time league with all different teams. And I'm wondering if they did some prorated thing. I'm going to go double check that because I want to check it against just the 27 and then my pro-rated league. I mean the league with all different teams from different eras. But yeah, thanks for that information. The Cubs, the Bears. So I think I got everybody. So Kenny Price. I hope that link helped you, Kenny. You never got back to say. Glenn Perot. He was the first person to chat. Thank you very much, Glenn. So thank you to everyone. I went a little longer, just showing you a few things. Not necessarily. This is the new 2018 version. I do like it. Some of the things I showed at the end has always been in the versions I've had. I've only had this for 2 versions, the 18 and the 17. It's a fun game. If you have some disposable income and you like baseball, wait for it to go on sale and check it out. So, alrighty. We're going to sign off. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes with a Red Sox game from 77. Sal Red Sox fans saying thank you very much. Health, happiness. Till next time, take care, bye-bye, and God bless.